Welcome to another edition of Hat Talks with Arch. Thank you to all of you who listened, subscribed, and liked my maiden podcast on leadership. The positive vibes and honest feedback have encouraged me to move ahead and publish more. Episode 2 is titled Jaywalking is the Charge and Why Enforcement Works. Lesson 1, Madras versus Chennai. The year was 1977. A young cadet officer was heading out on shore leave after a long shift on board an oil tanker berthed at West Quay 1 in Madras port. Eager to get off the boat and meet up with old friends at Stella Maris College, he showered and stepped out with a spring in his step into the gloriously hot and humid afternoon, and passing the main gate of the port, decided to cross the main road. A traffic constable on the other side, and watching him, beckoned for him to follow. And being of a disciplined background, a defense family, military type of school, and naval training on board the training ship, one did not argue with uniformed personnel, and so follow him he did, and was unknowingly led into the dock of the closest magistrate's court. After a while, the next thing he knew, it was his turn, and he was answering the magistrate. Guilty, not guilty. Excuse me, sir. Hello. About what? Gavel falls. Rupees 10. Guilty, not guilty. What did I do? Gavel falls. Rupees 20. Guilty, not guilty. He is advised by court dockers to plead guilty or the fine keeps going up. Settled at rupees 30, 1/5 of the cadet's monthly salary of rupees 150. Now the charge. Jaywalking, as he did not use the zebra crossing while crossing the road. Ever since then, the young sailor, now older and a landlubber, only looks for zebra crossings when crossing the road. That was Madras, and the lesson learned was for life. Fast forward to Chennai of today. Look around you. Do the cops know what is jaywalking? Or what is a zebra crossing? Are there any such crossings visible? Can pedestrians even find them? Or are they used by vehicles? Is there any enforcement? Enforcement. Lesson 2. Bombay versus Mumbai. It was in late 1979 or early 1980 when there was a waiting period of 5 months for cadet officers to get a date for the competency examination at the Mercantile Marine Department in Bombay. During the wait, it was time to study individually, group study, have fun, party, and suffer plenty of hunger pangs. One such call for food resulted in heading out to Delhi Darbar on Colaba Causeway on a scooter, parking the scooter quickly and casually, and entering the restaurant to collect an order placed to feed 7 or 8 mouths. On exiting the restaurant, food in hand, the local traffic sakaram, as the traffic constables in Mumbai or Bombay then were referred to, was writing out a challan for rupees 10 for the apparently wrongly parked scooter. Wondering and on inquiring what was wrong, Sakaram says, Tu mala sanga, or you tell me. Half of the front wheel was overlapping the pedestrian crossing. And zebra crossings are meant to be kept clear, as are bus stops for about 10 meters on either side. That was muttered by me under the breath to Sakaram. The fine was paid and the lesson learnt for life. We never park near a pedestrian crossing or a bus stop. That was enforcement in Bombay at that time, and it had the long-term benefits of enforcement, as the lesson stays with you for life in a large percentage of people. Imagine the same in today's growing cities. But do the traffic cops even know the laws and the rules? Is there any enforcement? It is true that in most of our cities, when the enforcers who should set examples ride motorcycles without helmets, drive round the wrong way, park wherever they feel, jaywalk, and many more, can there be effective enforcement? I recall a drive and campaign by the Delhi police some 10 or 15 years ago with visible warnings well before a road user reached the signal. It said, cross the line and pay a fine. They used novel methods to catch and fine offenders. The drive was sustained over most parts of the city, and today almost no driver of a two or four wheeler crosses the line and the zebra is respected as long as the signal is red. That itself is a great achievement. So enforcement does work. Food for thought? Perhaps this should reach the traffic commissioners in cities. I will share further thoughts on enforcement in a later episode. Till then, happy listening and do subscribe or use the like to hear more.